Superman, the embodiment of hope and moral value and goodness and justice. But from what I understand, a lot of people do not like Superman. A lot of people hate Superman. I was browsing around the internet for montages of superheroes, and somebody put a top 10 most overrated superheroes, and Superman was on that list. And he said, go watch the Superman vs. Goku videos. First of all, Goku is from a different universe than Superman. Goku is basically a super warrior from a different planet. He's going to beat Superman. You have to expect that. Just because one character from Dragon Ball Z, who is the main character, by the way, can beat Superman doesn't mean Superman is lame, Superman's gay. A lot of people say he's too powerful. Really, he's not. If you think about it, he's not too powerful. For video games, for a Superman game, okay, you're too powerful, you're probably going to screw up. But regular standard continuity is really not. And people bring up, well, he can only be hurt by kryptonite. Not really. For instance, Doomsday killed him and all he used was his fists. There are things that can hurt Superman, they just have to be strong enough. And people bring up the realism factor, and if somebody had powers like that, they would just go authority on the whole world. They would be a stuck-up asshole, and all of this. The problem is, they don't get what Superman is trying to be. Superman is the embodiment of good. Superman is the embodiment of how people should be. To put it this way, John Constantine is who people are. He's kind of a bastard. He can risk people's lives for personal goals or for the greater good. Spider-Man is who people pretend to relate to. Who people say... People pretend that they're the victim. That they don't do anything wrong, just crap happens to them. Superman is who people want to be. Superman cannot do wrong. No matter who you are, no matter what you do, no matter if you know this or not, you want to be Superman. Superman is kind of the symbol of American freedom and hope and justice. And he's what people strive for. He always knows the difference between right and wrong, and can always make sure that right always wins. A lot of people don't get this, and that's why all these arguments are here. He's too powerful. That the realism factor, they don't get this. He was raised with good ethics from his biological father and his earth father. He was raised that way. He's just that way. But I think people don't get this because they don't read Superman. And if you're only watching Superman Returns and making your judgment on Superman, please don't. That's not a good representation of what Superman is. If you're gonna watch any movie, watch the first two, and then actually get around to reading some comics. The reason Superman plays so well off of Batman is that Batman isn't really trying to inspire goodness or rightness or justice. His goal is to inspire terror within criminals, and Superman's real goal is to inspire hope within humanity. Like, people would say, oh, I want to be Batman. Really, you wouldn't. Think of all the crap you would have to go through to be Batman. No one would really want to be Batman. Everybody would want to be Superman. You don't have to lose any loved ones. You don't have to go through any training. You're just born through your powers. Born with your powers, and morally, and the way he acts. Just everyone wants to be Superman. Superman is what people strive for. Superman is... No matter how bad it seems, Superman can always get up on top and speak out. In the new series, he's trying to do that. He's trying to give people some morals to think about. I think that's really good for Superman. This argument that Superman is one of the most overrated superheroes ever, he's not. He is what everyone says he. That is Superman. Most of the time he cannot do wrong. There are two ways of writing Superman. One is just he's Superman. He is perfect. He is just Superman. The other one is he's Clark Kent. And he does have flaws. He does make mistakes. He does trip over. He is what people are. But when he's Superman, he's just kind of putting on the image of moral goodness and perfection and whatnot. And I think people really miss that. People just see, okay, here's a guy with a bunch of powers who can be beaten by Goku. Yeah, really good representation of what Superman is. Nice one, not even picking a comic book character. I would be fine if saying, oh, the Hulk can beat Superman, but you picked Goku. Nice one. Real nice. Just, people don't get Superman, and that really depresses me.